Hi guys, and welcome back for another tutorial from Nottingham Music Excellence. So today I'm going to play that lovely piece in the grade 7 list, The Dreamer by John Blood. Here we go. Okay, so you've heard the music. Let's say a few words about some of the details in there and what's going to make it sound really awesome. So firstly, I think the biggest hurdle with this piece is really knowing how this fits with the piano part. I think it would be really worthwhile for pupils playing this. Perhaps play it through looking at the whole score, look at the piano part and the clarinet part for a few times, and even listening to the recording a few times, just to really get to know the piano part and how that fits. And also take that a stage further, mark on some of the details from the piano part onto your clarinet part as well, and it just keeps you on track a little bit more securely throughout the piece. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I'm not sure whether the camera will pick this up, but even little things like where the Puy mosso starts there and you've got those spread chords on the piano. I've marked like squiggly lines there on my clarinet part just to show me exactly where those spread chords are. And I've written a few little rhythms here and there that I know will just help me sort of stay on track throughout the piece. And I think things like that will really help out. So there is a bit of a knack to just placing the first note in this piece, just really anticipate the beat. And just watch those intervals that you get a nice sort of transition there, the F sharp to the B particularly. And then the next one, just place that really nicely there. And then of course we need to talk about the F sharp, don't we? Now there's a few different fingerings for F sharp. I think the one I would recommend, I would go for what you might call a squeaky B flat. So just play an upper register B flat. I think I would go for that there. So you'll find if you play an upper register B flat, if you just lip that up a bit, you'll find you get a rather nice, pretty in tune F sharp. But then of course the tricky bit after that is where you go from the F sharp. Now I noticed when I did this with a pupil that pupils tend to really go for that F sharp so much and they adjust so much that when they then try and move away from the F sharp, they squeak actually on the next note or the next but one. So they get the F sharp but then can't go anywhere from that because they're so tight and rigid in the grip. So just be careful of that. I think you've got to just be careful that you are pitching those notes out and not just squeezing them to death. So I think the key, excuse the pun, the key is to just make sure when you're up in that part of the clarinet, make sure you have got enough air going through the instrument to really support that sound as well. Don't just rely on the embouchure to squeeze those notes out to death because you'll probably either mispitch the note or you'll just squeak on the next note. And then I think by the time we get to the next section, the pre-mosso, really come out with the sound here. This is a little bit easier, and because the tempo isn't so slow, it's actually a little bit easier. Playing in a really slow tempo is actually quite hard to feel the beat. So really use the sound as well. I always think that if you're in an exam, you can use that sound to sort of get over your nerves a little bit, and it will just help you sort of conquer those nerves and kind of play out, just play above those nerves a little bit. And again, going back to just marking things on the score, on bar 15 there, I've marked the minim on the piano part and then the two quavers and the crotchet, just so that I'm really listening out for that as I'm playing that section. And again, same thing with the quavers and semi-quavers coming up. Got a bit of a lean there on those tenuto Cs. Oh, there's an easy little fix there for the C to E flat. If you just play the A key there, that gives you a pretty nice E flat actually. And because the E flat isn't the beat note, the C is, you can lean on the C. So that's a really nice easy way to play an E flat. Quite handy for Premier Rhapsody as well, if memory serves me right. And that works really nicely again because the E flat isn't the beat note. It's probably not perfectly in tune, that E flat. But when it's a passing note like that, that works really well. And then of course you've got these semiquaver sextuplets. Try if you can there to get the D flat without the little finger and then the E flat with the little finger and then onto your F. So I would do 3 fingers there and the little finger for the F for that one, I think. And I've also marked on the page there that the piano also has a crotchet tied to a quaver crotchet. So the piano joins you on that rhythm on the top note. And then bar 25, again I've marked on my score those 2 loud crotchet chords on the piano part on beats 3 and 4. 23, 24, 25, 23, 24, 25. At the end of bar 25, I've marked those crotchets on my score so I can listen for that dung, 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 and then I know I'm going to come in with And as for those passages, they look scary, don't they? But actually the notes are pretty easy to play there. It's all mostly C major-ish. B to the D sharp, nice easy finger in there. So usual fourth finger on that D sharp, and keep that little finger on there just to lift up the pitch. So I think that's fairly plain sailing. That's not too difficult, but you've just got to know where you are with the piano and make sure you stay on track with the piano part. And the next section on your own, this is a really nice moment actually, I love this, Liberamente. So all on your own, nice solid sound for those first two notes. And then really come down for those next three notes. And then just going through those last few bars, I think, again, just mark on a few little rhythms from the piano part. Make sure you're not drifting in no man's land and you kind of don't know where you are with the piano. So especially bar 37, piano dolce, just mark on there on your part that the piano's got a crotchet rest and then a crotchet and a minim. And then that will, I think, just see you out for those last four bars. But all in all, I think this really is a lovely piece to play. I think my only criticism with it is it's so nice that I want a bit more. It kind of feels a bit too short. It's almost over too soon. Okay, so I'm going to replay the piano part for you now. Take out the clarinet part so you can have a go with the piano part yourself. Now, some of the moments in the piano part are quite sparse, so I've manually added in some clicks just to keep you in time. So bar 29, for example, I've manually inserted some clicks in there so you know when the piano part is going to come in at the next tempo one. Hopefully it'll all become clear as you play it a few times. Have a go with that yourself and see how you get on with it. Okay guys, so I think that's it for the Dreamer. I think we'll wrap this one up. I hope you found that useful. If you did, of course, click that like button and leave me a complimentary comment in that comment section below. And of course, let me know how you're getting on with grade 7. But for this one, that's it. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.